In the first scene, it opens up with a shot of a verdant field, viewing a flock of birds flying out from the treetops. They have been disturbed by the sound of clashing sword. Just below them, two decadent young men go hand-to-hand in combat. There will be some makeup needed to make the men's faces look dirty or perhaps a spot of blood. We would like to get close-ups of each of the characters before the battle gets too thick. First, we'll take a close-up of our first character, Marcel Gerard. Now, he could be wearing studded leather armor, robes, or outfit that can consist of tights, laced shirts with a ruffled collar. Keep in mind it is the 1600s. Moving on to the shot of D'Artagnan leaping over the stone wall. This should be shot from the opposite side of the wall, close enough to the wall so that D'Artagnan is jumping over it, where we get the effect that D'Artagnan is jumping over the camera with the mud and dirt flying off of his boots as he jumps. At this point, it is still not clear why the two men are fighting. Next, we would like to get a shot of the men's feet as they battle and slip for position on the dew-covered turf. Most of the light that they will be receiving will be coming from the east due that it is morning. The second scene will be both characters closing in on a barn which they will scramble up to exchange swipes at its V-shaped peak before sliding down the other side. When they first get to the barn, the camera will be filming downward from the roof as they climb up. Then there will be a shot from the peak of the roof looking down as they make their way to the peak. Then there will be a quick shot of the two exchanging swipes at the peak of the roof, rising sun in the background. Just after that shot, they will slide down the other side of the roof, attacking and defending all the way down. The camera should be sliding down with them, getting at least one over-the-shoulder shot of each character. Once they've reached the edge of the roof, Gerard leaps to the ground first, falling through an enclosed goose coop. Well, I'm sure we'll use some sound effects. The shot will be taken from the peak of the roof, zooming down when Gerard falls into the enclosure. D'Artagnan slides off the roof, landing in the same enclosure, but this time the camera will be looking up through the fenced enclosure D'Artagnan is falling through. Next, Gerard will thrust his sword towards D'Artagnan's heart. This should be shot from around chest level, so you can get a clear view of the blade. The camera will then pull back behind both characters as they exit the enclosure. The next shot will be of Gerard spying a slow-moving hay cart to escape in. We're going to get a close-up of Gerard's face, then we're going to pan it over to the country road. Then zoom in on the cart. With the camera following behind Gerard, he runs towards the cart with D'Artagnan not far behind. We then get a shot from inside the cart as Gerard leaps inside of the cart. Once in the cart, the camera is next to the side of Gerard's head so that you can only see the side of his face as he turns and smirks towards D'Artagnan. D'Artagnan is also slightly in view during this shot, running behind the cart. Next, we'll get a close-up, head-on shot of Gerard as he loses his smirk. Next, we will get a close-up shot of D'Artagnan leaping into the cart. Then the camera will get a shot from the floor of the cart as D'Artagnan's feet land inside the cart. We want to get a close-up of D'Artagnan as he prepares one last blow just before the cart shifts, throwing both men overboard into a muddy creek below. I would like to get a close-up shot of both men falling over the bridge into the creek below, and then an overhead shot of Gerard laying flat on his back, swordless. And then I would like to get a close-up shot of D'Artagnan's blade as he pushes it towards Gerard's Adam's apple. A side close-up of Gerard beginning to laugh as the sword touches his Adam's apple. And then there will be a close-up shot of D'Artagnan's face looking up the blade as he wears a charming smile. This will leave you wondering why they were in a sword battle, now that they are chuckling and smiling. More than likely they know each other and they like each other, that's why they didn't kill each other. In this next shot, we are going to trail behind D'Artagnan as he runs into his mother's manor, finding her in his father's study knelt down beside an open chest which bears a saber. D'Artagnan's mother hands him the saber and tells him he must become one of the three musketeers.